so far we have seen the passive and negative rights. This is positive rights. Right from say article 21, the UDHR talks about the positive rights and collective rights. So, this part of the presentation will discuss about the positive rights that are being presented through the UDHR, where the intervention of the government is required to make it more meaningful to the public. So, article 22 talks about everyone as a member of society has the right to social security. Claiming a social security is a basic thing, and that is being ensured in the article 22. If you look at article 23, everyone has the right to work for to free choice of employment, to choose a life, to choose a career, to choose your work, you have the right. So, the right to work, to free choice of employment, and the right to form and join trade unions for the protection of his interests. So, article 23 ensures that you have the right to choose your own work and your own job, and you can form your own union, so that you can collective interest can be ensured in the form of negotiating the working hours or the payment of honorarium or the salary, and all rights can be discussed in article 23 when you have the union and the right to work. If you think about article 24, everyone has the right to rest and leisure, including reasonable limitation of working hours and periodic holiday with pay. So, article 24 talks about the leisure, because you cannot have 16 hours of work hours or 8 hours continuously. So, 16 hours of rest and 8 hours of work is the basic norm that ILO is being talking about. So, that has been ensured through article 24, that has guaranteed that everyone is entitled for leisure, everyone is entitled for his choice of taking rest, other things. Article 25 talks about the right to a standard of living. As a civilized human being, we can have a standard quality of living with adequate facilities at our place, and to have all facilities. And article 26 talks about everyone has the right to education. Actually, Indian constitution has made it right to education as under article 21A only during 2010, but this has been ensured in article 26 long back. 1948 itself, the UDHR has made it that right to education is a fundamental basic right that needs to be given to the global citizens, and right from elementary education, they insisted that at least the minimum education at the level of elementary level should be made compulsory, and education shall be directed to the full development of the human personality and to the strengthening of respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. If we move on to the article 27, everyone has the right to freely participate in the cultural life of the community. You should take part in your culture, you should be proud about your community, and you can easily be associated with them. And the article 28 talks about everyone is entitled to a social and international order, which is the rights and freedoms set forth in this document. So, that is talking about article 28. So, these are all called the rights where the government intervention is required. The last two rights is being called as collective rights. We will see what article number 29 is talking about. Everyone has duties to the communities in which alone the free and full development of his personality is possible. And article 30 talks about nothing in this declaration may be interpreted as implying for any state, group or person any right to engage in activity or to perform any act aimed at the destruction of any of the rights and freedom of this set forth in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. So, article 30 talks about that nobody should attempt to interfering in the setting about these particular rights. So, this presentation gave you an idea of the what is Universal Declaration of Human Rights means, and what was the context in which this was created, and what kind of freedoms, what kind of fundamental rights that has been ensured in the form of UDHR that has been, though it is an international declaration, it has reflected in the constitution of many of the countries that born newly after 1950s, and that has set apart, that has improved the quality of the life as well as civil, political and social rights of the global citizens. Hope you had enjoyed this lecture. Thank you for listening.